Black Lives Matter raising eyebrows for using donation funds to purchase a $6 million mansion in Southern California. The organization now defending the lavish purchase in a series of lengthy tweets. Here now is Jack Brewer, American First Policy Institute Center for Opportunity Now chairman. Jack, great to see you. I wanted you on the show tonight to give me your take on whether buying a mansion from BLM in Southern California, what that does to help Black lives. Right.
It does absolutely nothing to help anyone. And as a matter of fact, it's an example of what you can really get away with if you push and promote these leftist policies that is really destroying Black lives at the end of the day. You know, we have a fatherlessness crisis in this nation. I just sat with the governor of Florida yesterday and signed the fatherhood bill to help actually go out and do something about the deficiencies we have in Black homes across America. That's how you stand up for Black lives, is taking fathers and putting them back into the house. Right now we have over 71% of kids who drop out of high school are fatherless. And then if you look at Black kids, over 73% are born out of wedlock and without a father in the house. We need coaches, mentors, parents, and fathers. You'll never hear that conversation from Black Lives Matter. They want to push this queer affirming agenda, supporting all this transgender doctrination of our children. They're supporting all this CRT and all this crazy mess that's ripping our kids from their souls. And what do? They take the money and they go buy mansions. Why? Because they haven't ever worked for anything. And they want to take the easy out, using the system and sucking it dry. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm at the College of the Ozarks right now, where it's better known as Hard Work U, a place where kids can come to college, right, and not have any debt because they work. We need to get back to the work mentality in the United States of America, particularly our Black population. And the answer is schools just like this. Sean, this one really teased me off a little bit, man. I'm so sick and tired of Black Lives Matter using the vulnerability of African-American people for their own gain.
Yeah, Jack, I want to talk to you about the Florida bill because, you know, here you have Governor DeSantis spending $70 million on fatherhood. And you and I are both fathers. That's a great idea. And I don't know how you have a great country if you don't have great families. And you can't have great families, as you've often said, unless you have great fathers in families. Isn't this about the strength of Florida and the strength of America?
Amen. The fathers are the seed. We plant the seed in every sense of the word. And so it starts with the order of God, Sean. God said, honor thy father. You honor thy father and thy mother, but the father has to be honored and has to be the head of the household. You have to discipline your children. That's why I always advocate for bringing the paddle back to school and start to whoop these kids and give them discipline and respecting their elders, respecting law enforcement. That's what we see when these kids are running around the streets, shooting at one another and getting in trouble. They don't have any fear. They don't have a fear of God. Governor DeSantis understands that, and that's why this bill is putting $75 million into mentorship programs to go out and bridge the gap for those kids that don't have fathers. You know, we have an incarceration epidemic in this country. Every single incarcerated man in the United States of America who has children has left his child to be fatherless. And so we have to address that in different ways. We can't lock up a criminal and punish the criminal's children. That's not the American spirit, and we need to get away from that. And this bill does a lot to address that. We also address in this bill the crisis that we have with our kids that are coming out of the orphan care system and these foster care systems that are aging out and not supporting these kids once they get to be 18 or 19 and they have no family. Who are they going to eat Thanksgiving dinner with? Who are they going to call if something happens? We need to step up as Christians across America first and be the church that Christ told us to be.
Jack, you know what? Dads show their kids how to get up and go to work. That's work ethic. How to love their mothers or their wives. How to resolve conflict. How to be committed. All things that kids learn from fathers. Thank you for being such a voice for the men who are fathers in this country. You are an inspiration, brother. Thank you, Jack Brewer.
Thank you, and send your kids to Hard Work U.
Yeah, there we go.
And other universities to take on this philosophy. God bless you.
I'll send them to your house for Hard Work too, Jack. One or the other.
We'll get it there.
Thank you. We'll be right back.